Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Transformers action figure mini review in 4K on the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy Leader Class Astrotrain. If you're trying to get your Transformers, you can do so at Biggity Big Bad Toy Store, proud sponsor of the ShartimusPrime YouTube channel. Check them out, link in the description below. They got their Transformers over there, and you get your Marvel figures and your Star Wars, all kinds of stuff over at Big Bad Toy Store. Check them out, link in the description below. And this figure is one that I've had on hand for a little bit now, and I'm already gonna tell you, it's a fun figure, man. I don't want to jump ahead, but yeah, I'm doing a whole mini review on a triple changer, man. But anyway, on the side right there, you can see Astrotrain. On the back, you can see all three modes right over there, and there's no read-up on the character or anything, and then you get that Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy kind of poster image, and then on the top, you can see the Decepticon symbol right there, and then not much more at the bottom. So let's go ahead and throw. Oh, yeah, I hit a couple of things. All right, and here is Astrotrain in train mode, and I gotta say, this train mode is awesome. I actually think this whole figure is actually pretty incredible. Really good directions here too. It's a pretty large sheet of directions, so I'm gonna try to just transform everything and show you everything straight up by memory, and this may be my longest mini review ever. Mini review in the sense of the amount of time it takes for me to make the video, not how long the video actually is, because yeah. Anyway, this rolls very well. I have all the accessories and everything attached to the figure, and it looks great. I have all the guns placed over here on the top, and I'm going to remove them just right now because I think this whole thing just looks a whole lot better without them there. But I love that you can store, you get ports on the side right here and ports on the top. I mean, there's just ports all over the place. You can do what you'd like as far as, posing the figure around or getting those guns ported onto the figure. So that's pretty cool. Here's looking at the very top, and it does not look too bad at all, man. I'm really digging that. There's the front of the choo-choo mode. I'm going to call it the choo-choo mode. Does that upset anybody? It might. I'm going to try to be careful. But yeah, that looks really good right there. I love all the details on the side of it and everything. Great paint apps. You can see the wheels moving right underneath. And then you have this whole added piece right here, which is kind of similar to like what they've done with Shockwave, where they gave you extra, or they're giving us extra parts and making it a leader class figure. Because when you see this Astrotrain figure in robot mode, you're gonna be like, oh, that's a leader class. I did turn the head around over there. Thanks for the recommendation from the last video, you guys. This keeps wanting to detach. If you don't straighten out those legs perfectly, that's not going to stay together perfectly. So oopsie on my end, but anyway, looking on the front right there, that looks pretty good. I do have some effects from Omega Supreme, from Siege Omega Supreme, and I was thinking, hey, those look like smoke plumes. Maybe I could get that ported in here, and it does not really fit. So maybe you could work something out. I don't know. Is this too extreme? Try to get some, but that's what I was thinking of. Well, come on, get in focus, man. A little bit of a choo-choo-choo-choo. Come on, focus up, you bastard. No? Yeah, it's a little too intense. But anyway, I think this looks awesome. I really do like it. Because we have all of this attached right here, I do want to measure out the length of this figure in train mode, because I just think it's worth it. And, wow, I love all these little rail details right here. But it is at about 11 inches across. It's really good length. So that's very cool. Ooh, that's what she said. All right, so, oh man, I don't want to take it out of this mode because I like it so much. Oh, you don't want to go that way. You want the black rails at the bottom, or the black treads at the bottom anyway. But let's get to it, and let's transform him into shuttle mode. So it takes away Bumblebee. All right, so that's the lamest transformation sound. So detach this right here, and we're going to put it aside just for now. We have the guns all put aside already. And I'm going to take this piece and separate that piece. Actually, I want to separate the front too. We're going to do that first. So get this all separated right there. Get this all separated right here. You can swing these back all the way around. As you separate that, it'll give you clearance, so you can swing that all the way around, and we can start getting these wings out here. Get those out and out of the way. This is very G1-like, with the ability to, fold that in and then shift that down. And this whole thing's going to rotate around. Again, shift that, then flip that in. and then get this all separated away from the body of the figure, and then rotate that all the way around, and then it's just all going to collapse just the way it was. And let's see here, just make sure that's all lined up better. And I'm doing that a little off screen. There we go. It's a little better. All right. God, I love the silver paint apps on this thing. And then you can flip this down, tab in. It should, there we go. Everything's all tabbed in. And then you get this little tiny piece of plastic. Let's see. You see that little tiny tab right there? You want to grab that and flip up and do that on the other side. And then this whole thing will swing down like that. And then you tab those things into place, and then you have that rear fin right there. I can't remember the name of this off the top of my head, but that's pretty much shuttle mode right there, and it does not look bad. I actually like this shuttle mode. I think it's very cool. It's not my favorite of the 3 modes, but I do like it a lot. I especially love all this silver that we're seeing right here on the very top. That is so cool. And then looking at the windows right there, that looks nice and crisp. Really pleased with that. Nice paint apps on the side right here. It's a really good looking figure. How's it looking in 4K? You like it? You like the 4K? Should I not talk like that anymore in my videos? Is that creepy? Am I getting too intimate with you guys? But anyway, yeah, I love my Transformers, so I'm getting intimate with you guys. I had an idea here because this whole thing in the back, it looks clunky and messy as hell. It just looks like an engineer kind of like called in sick that day or something, and they're like, oh shoot, how are we gonna, Yuko is the guy who does all the paneling stuff. What are we gonna do? There's no Yuko around. I don't know, just assuming the guy's name is Yuko. But you have this is my little makeshift way of kind of fixing this, and it is not a legit fix. It's better on the eyes for me. So I take this piece and I'm gonna fold this all the way down and collapse that in right there. It doesn't have to snap into place, but it's gonna go right there, and then you're gonna take the patas from this thing, and this also has its own mode, so I'm gonna show that off in a second. But how do you detach this? I kind of forgot off the top of my head. There we go. And move that out to the side. Move that out. Just start yanking on stuff, Shartimus. All right, so I'm gonna take this panel and aim for the pointy part to be at the bottom, and you get a port on the side right there, and you're gonna just. Nope, we gotta go the other way. Sorry. Gonna go this way with the pointy side on the top. And then that kind of covers things up a little bit. This is not a total fix. It's truly not. But I think this looks actually a little bit better. I don't know. I'm just a little bit happier with it. If this was like the actual final mode with, the thrusters on the very back, which I do prefer having, I would think that's cooler than the way it is. You could still see the Decepticon symbols, kind of, that are just slightly being hidden, but I don't know. I think that looks a little better, and it's very aerodynamic as well, You still have the front end being thinner than the back, so I think that's pretty rad. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. You could probably just tell me you think it totally sucks balls, but whatever. I mentioned that this video is not meant for kids, It's like 13, obligatory, age restriction nod right over there. Those little thing. How we've been getting the little action figure poop in the packaging. Those little like pieces of paper. That's like the equivalent of my disclaimers. Like, yeah, Hasbro doesn't put those in there because they like to. It's because the government makes them do it. All right, so the shuttle mode, you get 2 options over here. You can have this setup where you have this big old flat plate. For some reason, I cannot get this to straighten out all the way and get flat on the ground, so that's super frustrating. So you can go ahead and set it up like this, which is like, okay, whatever, dude. I think that's just weak sauce. I guess you can do that, I guess. That's kind of neat. It doesn't really port in anywhere. Or you can go ahead and flip this down, then rotate that. I'm pretty sure that's how the directions had it. And then you can just plug it in right here. Then you get this thing going. You could probably move these up here if you wanted to or something, but he's got his blast off mode right over there, which is like kind of cool. It looks better with these pieces sticking outward. Just let me take a look at the directions again, make sure I did that right, because, God forbid, do something wrong on the internet. But yeah, okay, so that's pretty much it. So weak. So not the coolest part of the figure, but hey, It's a thing that they did with these extra parts here, as opposed to just putting them off to the side. So I appreciate that, but I don't know. I prefer the idea of using those panels, or figuring out how to use those panels to cover up a lot of this junk right over here. And then as far as the guns go, I am not a big fan of getting... God, this thing doesn't want to come off. I'm not a big fan of getting the guns on here while in shuttle mode. It just doesn't look that cool to me, but, you know, you get ports all over the place. Here, let's see. Maybe port on the side. Nope. See, it's just a little bit more frustrating to do in jet mode, or a little trickier to do in jet mode anyway. Shuttle mode, not jet mode, sorry, shuttle mode. But there you go. You know, the directions have their own recommendation, and you can do whatever the heck you want with your own figure. I don't care, but that's kind of neat. It doesn't look bad. You know, it's just not like the dopest thing I've ever seen. So, yeah, neat. It doesn't really roll too well or anything. It kind of drags more than anything. So, oh well. Better that it drags than it roughs, right? Drummer joke for like nobody who heard that. Okay, so let's move these guns aside. And yeah, there we go. Let's get them transformed into... Wait, do I have size? No, I don't have actually any size comparisons or anything until I get into robot mode. So sorry about that. But yeah, let's get them transformed into robot mode, which is pretty damn dope. I mean, this is the weakest mode for me, and I still actually really like it. So anyway, we take us away, Bumblebee. All right, so this is the transformation sound. Nothing ever made ever. All right, so I'm going to leave the link like that. I got to detach right over here, right up there, sorry. And then this is going to fold back and kind of tab in. That's such a loud... That is always terrifying. Whenever I hear that sound, I'm like, oh, what broke? Okay, and then you have this piece right here. It's going to tuck in and fold down, and then these will collapse on the sides right there. Arms will come down, and I'm going to tab them in a little bit later on, but I want to bring the elbows out. And I love how this all tabs in together right here extremely well. That's super cool. So straightening out the elbows right there, and straightening out the elbows right there. If this gets blurry now and then, please just, you know, forgive me, because I need to have the autofocus on this thing in order to do this, or else it's just too much moving the lens around while trying to shoot. So rotate at the bicep, and then split the legs right there, and split right there, split right over there, and then it has a double hinge inside there, so that's going to swing down, and then we're going to get this to collapse inside the leg, and do the same thing right there. And I really like how these feet are attached. They peg in, and you're going to swing all the way around. You could kind of see that tiny little hole right there, and that's what he said. And you're going to aim for this peg to go into that tiny little hole. And it's super important you do that, because it's going to mess with your ankle articulation if you don't do that right. And you know how ShartimusPrime loves the ankle articulation, right? So you're going to swing that around, do the same thing, make sure that that thing is ported right there. And then you get these hip flaps. I'm going to bring that down like so and reveal some more color, which looks really good. I like that. And then get these pieces tabbed into the side. It clicks. There it goes. You heard the click, right? Here, let's listen, everybody. There, that's a good old click. All right, and then double hinge back piece right here is going to swing down, and it has two ports right there. Those two tabs are going to port right into the back, and there we have Astrotrain in his freaking awesome-ass robot mode, which I love. I think that is so sick. I mean, I'm not even really totally done as far as what you could do with it, but wow. I'm very pleased with that. That is really cool. Oh, man. All right, so it's not quite done yet because you have all this stuff right here. So you can take the feet out. These are going to be the feet. So he's got lifts, basically, because, you know, I guess it's Astrotrain. He should be taller than he is. And you can add those to the feet, make them a little bit taller. And then, geez, this thing right here is going to rotate... whole 180 right there, and then you're going to basically make an empty backpack shape thing, and this folds down and pour it on the back, and there's that useless accessory right there, unless you know, he has like a little like Babu Frick type friend that you could put inside right there. There you go. And now he's got a little Decepticreep buddy hanging out right there, which is kind of neat. Let's see if this actually ports into his back somehow. He's like, so he's not sliding around. There we go. All right, neat. Yeah, that is so weird. I don't like this. That's weak. At least the figure stands and it doesn't just topple backwards. So I like how the feet work, but this whole thing is rejected. Come on! It never wants to like just easily come off. All right. Always the thing with that. Whatever though, man. Okay. So let's... got that untabbed. It's supposed to stay. I want to show off the gun because the gun is freaking dope. Right, so you get 5 different pieces. Make sure you keep track of that, you know, if you like playing with your figures so you don't lose them. So you get 5 different pieces. And I'm going to start with the big one. It has the largest circle right there. And you have 2 identical ones that have tabs on the side. You're going to leave those right there. So you're going to tab this into this one. I mean, this is my preferred, you know, setting right here for the gun because I want him to have the big old gun. Because it's Astrotrain, I'm used to him having a big old gun. And then you can just tab these on each side right here. And take this piece and make sure it ports in so that this tab is going to be more towards the front. So you're going to see 5 holes facing forward, or 5 of these little thingies facing forward. Rotate this around, and then now we get a big old gun for Astrotrain. And it looks sick. I'm really happy with that. And again, I'm holding it right there. I wish he had, you know, joints where he can hold it a little bit better, but hey, that is freaking cool, right? Right? Agree with me, damn it. Agree with me. I love me. Actually, dude, if you are still watching this video at this point, because we're 16 minutes in, and, you know, yeah, if you're still here, then you do love me. And if you don't love me, well, hey, you know what? If you're here right now, I love you, okay, man? All right? So let's get a closer look at this figure because it looks amazing. Oh, my God, it's so freaking good. It's just such a good-looking figure. All right, let's get this all focused and go to manual. There we go. All right. Look at that silver on the face. The red eyes stick out right there. That's really cool. Whoa, a little too bright, but man, that looks so dope. I love the clean yellow paint on the top of the dome. That's impressive. The sculpted detail throughout is just flooring me. I'm just so happy with that. That is so sick. Oh, man. All the picked out details in the sculpt just really impressed me. I like the paint right there. I love this color, by the way. I love the color scheme that they went with. I like the gray and purple. Wings look really good. Flaps and everything. Love the, you know, the silver, not dry brushing, but, you know, fake dry brushing. And then he still has the boots on, or the what do we call these? Shoot, I forgot the name for these things already. But yeah, that, you know, that looks okay. Taking them off right there, you know, so you could see it without them on there. The lifts, sorry, there we go. And you can still see the feet look pretty good, you know, so a little on the small side, but not bad. And the back doesn't look messy or anything. So definitely the second best mode is the robot mode. Really like it a lot, man. Oof, such a good figure. All right, now onto the articulation. You can turn the head side to side. He'll barely look up and not really look down at all. And no real head tilting. Shoulders move outward that much. You can move them up. You can move them down. You get a bicep swivel right there. Great double jointed elbows, really due to transformation. No wrist swivel or anything. No. Oh, we do get the hip swivel right over here. You don't really need to rotate the whole waist around for transformation, which I found interesting. You can move the hips outward that far, and with that whole hip piece moving, you know, you can move the legs outward that much. Look at the blurriness back just a tiny bit. Upper thigh cut in there. And a single jointed knee that does meet at 90 degrees. Yeah, just a little bit less than 90 degrees. Then the ankle articulation makes me happy but frustrates me at the same time. You can't move the ankles up and down at all. Maybe if you untab right there, then you can move them down. But they won't move up. But yeah, he does have beautiful ankle pivots, so that kind of makes up for it a little bit for me because I love my ankle pivots. So not bad on the articulation, especially for being a triple changer. And I wish I had my Springer figure next to me at the moment. I forgot to grab Springer. I've been playing with the Springer figure too. This has been this siege line has just been a lot of fun. I got to do a review of the Jetfire. I'll definitely do at the very least a mini review of Jetfire. Someone had requested that. But anyway, to measure out Astrotrain in his robot mode, he stands only at about 6.5 inches tall. That is super freaking tiny for a leader class figure. Oh, but wait, we have the lifts, so he's gonna be monstrous now, right? No, he's not. He's totally not. I mean, that's gonna add like 1/4 of an inch of height to puta madre. This freaking lamp just fell on me. Okay, so this is gonna stand. Okay, so yeah, about 1/2 inch, 7 inches tall now. Big deal. All right, so for a size comparison, and I'm gonna take these lifts off because Shockwave doesn't have any of the lifts on there, so let's just do that because I don't know, it looks fine just like that. You can see that, you know, these are both leader class figures and everything, and they're about the same height, and neither of them have their extra parts added to them, so they're basically just, you know, Voyager class figures with added stuff. To bust out the classic repainted Megatron, which was a free gift from Hasbro. Thank you, Hasbro. This does stand taller than Astrotrain. This was not a free gift, by the way. I paid with that with money, okay? But this right here, yeah, he stands taller than Astrotrain, which bums me out. I feel like Astrotrain should be like one of the tallest Decepticreeps, but oh well. And we also have Titan Returns Octane, which is still a very cool figure. And God, the siege line, everything's just scaled down a little bit more. This is a Voyager class figure, and you can see how much taller Octane is compared to Astrotrain, and it's just not right, man. Should be at least the very same height. I remember in the G1 cartoon, like, Astrotrain was huge. And then my Blitzwing figure is over on display in the dork room. I forgot to go bring it, so forgotten some. Oh, I also have Barricade, if you want to see what he looks like, next to a deluxe class figure. I will have an exclusive Patreon video on Barricade tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Or it's actually today. Never mind, got my days mixed up. But yeah, today, if you want to go check that out on the Patreon, go ahead. If you're in the position to do so, check that out. So that's pretty cool. And then lastly, here is Astrotrain next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man, and they stand at about the same height. Eesh. So I really think the figure should have been bigger, and it just frustrates me. Other than that, I really love this figure, man. I just think it's incredible. I'm really, really happy with it. I had a lot of fun playing with it, getting to know the transformation, doing the transformation several times over and over again. Was not, you know, it was not a hardship on my life or anything like how some Transformers could be. And it just makes for a very fun figure, and it was really fun for me to make this video for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know some of you prefer the fully edited videos, but you know, I'm glad the majority of you like these mini reviews, as I'd done a poll just a few days ago. So I really, really appreciate that. If you have made it all the way through this video, hey man, with sincere love, I love you, man, all right? Or I love you, chica, if you're a girl watching it, you know what I mean? I just very grateful to have people watching a long-ass Transformer review without any editing going on. So appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you wouldn't mind doing me an extra favor aside from watching, hit the like button, and please leave a comment down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I will catch you guys later. Expect a fully edited review later today. I wanted to mention that, and Happy New Year. All right, catch you guys later. Peace.